Welcome everyone. Welcome to our Blissful Warrior session. Experimenting with some different times in the middle of the day here, more towards the end of the day now, or more towards, let's say, the end of the workday here at 3 o'clock. Stopping to pause, to breathe, to do a little yoga stretching, to really pull yourself back from your day and into your place of feeling grounded. And it's amazingly simple to do this. A little bit of breathing, stopping to drink water, maybe a couple of stretches, and you're going to be amazed at how rejuvenated you feel just right here in the middle of your day. So I'm Rhonda Uretsky. I'm the owner of Riverflow Yoga, which is this Facebook page, the creator of this Blissful Warrior hot yoga series. Riverflow is a hot yoga studio located in Lambertville, New Jersey. Right now we are open in Lambertville for what we call Guru Hot Yoga, one-to-one, one student to one teacher. Sounds kind of small, but honestly, that's the traditional way that yoga was passed down in the lineage, one-to-one. And so we're bringing that way back because it really makes sense in these times of COVID and being very, very cautious. And here we are every day coming to you live at different times of the day to help you to remember that a little bit of yoga, a little bit of breathing, calming, grounding, centering yourself can make a world of difference in your day, no matter how late in the day you begin. So join me for this practice. We're going to have a nice, clear, easy practice today. Make sure you have some water beside you. That's the first thing we're going to do. And Blissful Warrior, I named this practice because I really want you to get this idea that feeling blissful is really simple, but you have to be a warrior about your consistency. Practice is the only thing that makes sense. I can explain all sorts of wonderful things to you about yoga, and until you practice on a consistent basis, you will not really feel the benefits in your life. But it's a blissful practice. This isn't one more thing for your to-do list. This isn't one more set of rules and regulations like the right way to eat and the right way to exercise. This isn't like that at all. This is a practice that becomes part of your everyday practice of bliss, of feeling joyful, feeling just a little bit better. And you don't have to come to this practice and expect to be transformed. It's not even necessary. If you can leave this practice feeling slightly better physically and emotionally than when you started, you have taken the turn in the direction of happiness for the rest of your life. Trust me, it's the tiny little steps that make a difference. Think of it like climbing a ladder. You don't want the rungs to be too far apart. Those steps are just too unwieldy and dangerous to take. But when the ladder is positioned in such a way that the steps are small and easy to take, not only are you able to achieve these steps, but they are joyful. And every step along the way should be joyful for you. So let's begin by drinking some water. If it's the first water you've had all day, congratulations. It doesn't matter if it's late in the day. You are drinking water, and it is one of the most nourishing things you can do for this physical apparatus. So let's go ahead and have some water. People like to ask me, how much water a day should I drink? And I really don't like that word should. I don't want anything to be some kind of a rule that you feel like you have to follow, and then you have to beat yourself up for if you didn't follow it. It's one of the reasons that I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions. Most people actually end up using these resolutions to beat themselves up and berate themselves for what they didn't do. But I will tell you that I drink half my body weight in ounces of water every day. Now that's something that a naturopathic doctor told me years ago. I tried it out for myself, and I find that I just feel better when I drink that much water. I have no idea if this is true or not, but I will tell you that if you'd like to try it, half your body weight in ounces of water for 30 days, notice how you feel and notice if it's a practice that you would like to continue. Okay, let's arrive. Pick an arrival posture. You're going to land right here in this practice by just picking an arrival posture, meaning some way to situate your body that feels comfortable for you. My favorite is on a cushion, cross-legged on the floor. I like to have the cushion in such a way that I'm sitting to the far front edge The hips are tilted down a little, the knees just tend to fall down a little bit. I feel a great sense of relief in that part of the body. See if that's true for you. Any old cushion will do. Doesn't have to be any fancy kind of specific yoga cushion. Anything that allows you to sit to the far front edge and feel your hips and your knees just sort of tilting down a little bit. See how that feels. Find a nice comfortable position for your hands. Thanks for the love. Palms in your lap, palms facing up or down, palms on your knees, palms facing up or down. Play around with it. You know, I have been practicing and teaching yoga for 50 years. So I'm going to give you lots and lots of tips and advice based on what has felt good to me and to the thousands of students that I have taught. But I am not the master of you. You are. So as I offer you these tips and suggestions, you try them on and see what feels right for you today. You get to be the boss of you. So if sitting on the floor doesn't feel good to you, remember you have nothing to prove to anybody here. Nobody's going to judge how good a yogi you are by where you choose to sit. Go ahead and choose a comfortable place to sit. Sit on the chair that has a nice back to it. Sit on your couch and rest into the cushions. Go for comfort. That's what it means to be a blissful warrior. You're going to be a warrior, all right, about your right to feel blissful. And blissful starts with feeling soothed and comforted and relieved. If you'd like to lie down as you arrive in this practice with us today, that's always a beautiful thing, isn't it? Especially to be able to lie down in the middle of the day. Go ahead and try lying down on your back with your legs out. Your heels are lightly touching and your toes are flopped apart. Have your arms at your sides, but not pulled in too tightly. Begin to notice that if you have your arms further from your body, they feel lighter, easier. Remember, that is the Blissful Warrior Credo. Soothing yourself, going for the feeling of relief. You know, somewhere along the way, we were taught not to trust that feeling, that we really have to struggle and make a great effort, and that there is no gain without pain. Well, I'd like you to leave all of that behind for as long as you can in this practice, and trust that your body intelligence is guiding you to what will be most beneficial for you today, giving you little hints and clues by guiding you by what feels good to you. If it feels good, it is good for you. And if it feels painful, that's another really wonderful message that you want to heed from inside your body, which is saying, please back down. Please back it up a little bit. Comfort, soothing, blissful warrior. This is where all the benefits that you're looking to gain in your body and in your emotional system are lying, waiting for you. Connect with that feeling. All right, so hopefully I've done a good enough sales job on you right now with the benefits of feeling good that you have arrived in a place where you feel settled. Let's move into some deep breathing. So we'll be breathing in and out through the nose, and I will be guiding you to little alignments and adjustments that you will make, you will try in your body, try on, and see how these feel in helping you to settle into that soothed and blissful warrior place. You know, especially if your day has been kind of stressful, certainly outside news has been stressful. Maybe you have some conditions in your life that are up close and personal that are causing you some distress. The time to breathe and settle is now. So let's begin. Inhale through your nose, hearing a loud ha sound at the base of your throat. Collarbones are pulled wide, so feel like you're almost in a bit of a traction type contraption, pulling on your collarbones from side to side, feeling a long, strong line across the collarbones that almost connects them into one long, straight collarbone. Ribs expanding outward. Holding here this fullness of breath, and exhale. Feel your collarbones stay pulled as your ribs start to come together. Feel like in your rib cage you have a giant accordion that you are tuning up right now by playing it in and out. Drop your tailbone down and then tuck it slightly up towards your navel, feeling that little lift in your chest. Now here, as you stay empty of breath, this beautiful pause between the exhale and the next inhale, drop your chin a little bit, look at something in front of you out of the tops of your eyes so you feel a kind of softness in your gaze. And inhale. Collarbones wide, your chin is still dropped, your eyes are still looking out of the tops of your eyes. Feel the ribs expand out 180 degrees like an accordion opening up as you fill yourself with breath. Hearing that sound loud at the base of your throat. And exhale. Same loud ha sound in your throat. Collarbones stay wide. Rib cage coming together so that accordion meets in the midline. Drop your tailbone straight down, feel a little slump in your lower back, and then tuck your tailbone slightly towards your navel, feeling that last little lift. It almost makes you feel like you're levitating. Staying empty, feeling the relief of this pause. And inhale. Collarbones wide, the ribs are coming out to the sides. Now try not to thrust your belly too much and try not to press your ribs forward. Keep them in a little but out to the sides. Feel the difference in that movement right there. And exhale. Loud ha sound. Chin is still dropped. Gaze is soft. Arms feel limp. Rib cage comes together, and then drop your tailbone straight down, tuck it a little up, just a little tuck towards your navel. It's almost like a confident lift in your chest. Inhale. Exaggerate that sound at the base of your throat, collarbones wide, ribs are open. Holding here, feeling this fullness. Exhale. Funny, you can feel your rib cage sort of collapse, but your collarbones not. They stay open and wide, your heart muscle nice and open. Drop your tailbone and tuck it slightly towards your navel. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Staying empty a little longer than you even think you can. Just noticing how calming it feels to stay in the pause. Inhale. And exhale. After this last breath, after you drop your tailbone and tuck it slightly up, stay empty. Noticing with a bit of a surprise how really relaxing it feels to just stay in this pause between the last exhale and the next inhale. And when you're ready, take your next inhale. Breathing normally now, but feeling like the normal breathing has become a lot deeper, much fuller, and observing how you feel. You might feel a little lighter in your body physically. You might feel a little heavier. In your your emotional state. You might feel a little calmer. You might not. Just notice that however you feel is not only appropriate, it's not even that important. It's the act of being present to observe yourself that gives you this calm state in your nervous system. So try not to judge how you feel. Try not to be competitive with how you think you should feel. Notice that the fact that you are present right here, right now, taking deliberate breaths, drinking a little water, and willing to be the observer calms your nervous system. And I know there's a lot we can be nervous about these days. We have very little control over those conditions outside of us. But in the 10 minutes that we've been together, I want you to begin to notice how much control you have over the conditions within you. The way you feel emotionally right now might have gone through a very dramatic change in just 10 minutes, or a slight change. This will only continue to become more apparent to you as you do this practice consistently. And what is this practice actually? Breathing, stopping, settling your body, drinking a little water, just being a blissful warrior, being absolutely adamant that nothing is more important in your life than that you can bring yourself into this moment of feeling blissful as is possible for you right now, and that nothing should take priority over these times of feeling like yourself. So that is our very brief practice for today. Brief in terms of minutes, and infinite in terms of the benefits that you have just given to your body, your nervous system, and everyone and everything that you will encounter for the rest of the day, because you are coming from this place of blissful warrior, being grounded and calm. You may even begin to notice that your sense of calm has an effect on the people around you. But even more importantly, it has an effect on you. And you, my friends, are the person who is living your life. So who deserves to be more blissful than you? Thank you for joining me today for this very brief practice. And I really wanted you to have a moment to feel that even without doing any yoga poses, which we mostly do, but breathing and drinking water, taking the time to do this at least once a day, in the middle of your day, towards the end of your day, any time that you feel you could use a little extra blissful warrior in your life. Notice the immediate impact on you, and then go out into the rest of your day and notice how the rest of your day unfolds around this condition that you've created for yourself, this blissful warrior. I'm Rhonda Uretsky, again the owner of Riverflow Yoga, a physical studio in Lambertville for one-on-one hot yoga, and this practice, Blissful Warrior. I'm here every weekday sharing this practice with you. Feel free to comment on what you'd like to see more of in this practice. And realize that if you don't join us live, here we are, saved on this Facebook page, at least for a little while longer, and you can access any one of these videos anytime you feel you'd like to be guided back to this place of feeling like yourself. I'll see you soon, my friends. Be well, be safe, be yourself.